Hello, everyone. This is Myrna speaking, representative of On-Campus Sunderland. I'm sorry we are online late, a few minutes late. We just had a few technical difficulties. Today we will be talking about University of Sunderland, On-Campus Sunderland to be specific. On-Campus Sunderland is basically the foundation provider for University of Sunderland. So we'll be talking in more details about the foundation program at On-Campus Sunderland and about the university itself. Okay, and how the living, the living costs of Sunderland and living in the UK and education in the UK in general. All right. So just to start off with, to present to you, we are partners with BESA Egypt, basically the page that you're on right now. And if you have any other questions later on after the session, you can go ahead and ask. You can communicate with the agent itself, BESA, and they will help you answer all your questions. To start off, On-Campus Sunderland is the basic foundation provider for University of Sunderland. It's a partnership between the center and the university for students that do not meet the direct entry of University of Sunderland itself. So basically, if you want to apply in the UK and you don't meet the entry requirements of the university, you will need to do a foundation year. And today, this is what we're going to be talking about for the foundation for University of Sunderland. For the undergraduate foundation program at University of Sunderland, we offer Business Foundation, Engineering Foundation, Life Science Foundation, and Humanities and Social Sciences. Basically, if you're interested in subjects like computer sciences, business, finance management, mechanical engineering, automotive engineering, all of these subjects, we do offer them as well. All right, you do your first year of foundation at the university, at On-Campus Sunderland, which is based in the university itself. And then once you're done with the foundation, you progress to the university after. All right. Just to also update you that I'm an Arabic speaker, so if you have any questions, please feel free. I would be happy to speak to you in Arabic as well. براحتكم يعني من الآخر. Okay. دلوقتي in Sunderland, just to show you over here, this is the map for University of Sunderland. It's based here in the city of Sunderland itself, in the UK, in England. And if you want to compare it basically from traveling from Sunderland to London, it will be about a 4 hours train ride. Most of the transportation in the UK is by train. So you'll be able to travel by train from Sunderland to London. It will be a 4 hour ride. And that's basically how far it is, just to show you where exactly it's located. Okay. Also, another thing I just forgot to mention, if you guys have any questions, please do put them down in the chat. I'm happy to answer all of your questions in the chat. All right. So University of Sunderland has a lot of good ranking subjects when it comes in the UK. So hospitality, event management, and tourism is a major that you can progress to through On-Campus Sunderland to the university. And it's ranked second in the UK. At University of Sunderland, it's ranked number 2nd. Mechanical engineering is ranked number 13 in the UK. All right. So if you would be interested in these type of subjects, just know that they are highly ranked in the UK itself. The sort of degrees that we do have progressions from On-Campus Sunderland to the University of Sunderland. We have automotive engineering, electrical and electronic, mechanical, manufacturing, computing, computer science, and one of my favorite ones would be cybersecurity and digital forensics. We also have some life sciences subjects, such as biomedical sciences, psychology, psychology with counseling. That's a different major than psychology itself. And we have sports coaching, sports and exercise sciences. We also offer some humanities and social science subjects such as journalism, media production, Media production basically is إعلام. If you would say إعلام في مصر, media is هناك, it's called media production. Or it could be media, culture, and communication. And also we offer social media management. Social media management basically is one of the top majors at the moment because of the social media life that we're living in right now. Basically, if you would also want to take part in that program, you can progress to it from on-campus Sunderland. We offer also other subjects such as criminology, sociology, film and media. Fashion journalism is also one of the subjects. Digital film production. So basically we do have a wide range of majors that you can progress to University of Sunderland itself. I know many of you come from different backgrounds, so basically هنا most of you students would be interested مثلا in business أو engineering أو media أو life sciences. all of these احنا عندنا في الفاونديشن بيكون كل foundation مختلف. So عندنا في University of Sunderland itself 4 types of undergraduate foundation program. If you're interested مثلا in business majors أو finance أو management أو accounting أو entrepreneurship, human resource management, these type of subjects would fall under the business foundation. في business foundation you study 4 subjects in 1 year اللي هي your first foundation year. You would study English, economics and finance, business behavior, and skills for business. If, however, you're interested مثلا in engineering, engineering من ناحية manufacturing, mechanical, electrical أو automotive, you will take حاجة اسمها engineering and physical science foundation. These subjects that you take in the foundation will be obviously English, pure mathematics, physics, and skills for sciences. It's the same idea with if you're going for humanities and social sciences. The humanities and social sciences اللي احنا اتكلمنا عنهم اللي هم كانوا digital film production, journalism, media production, sports journalism, criminology, sociology, history. These subjects would fall under مثلا humanities and social sciences. You will also take like 4 other specific subjects فيها, which is globalization and international relations, human interaction, skills for social sciences. For students that are interested in biomedical sciences and other sciences subjects, some subjects مثلا say sports coaching, sports and exercise science, public health, cosmetic science even if you want. This would fall under the Life Science Foundation. In the Life Science Foundation, you will study English again, chemistry for life sciences, biology for life sciences, and skills for sciences. During the foundation program نفسه, you will need, in order to apply for it, هتحتاجوا IELTS UKVI. IELTS UKVI ده, you will take the test. It contains of 4 basic English tests, which is speaking, listening, reading, and writing. In order to start the foundation, you have to score minimum 4.5 in your IELTS. Once you start the foundation بالlevel of English ده, احنا قلنا في each foundation that you will take English as a subject. في English as a subject دي, you will need to achieve by the end of the year, you will need to achieve equivalent ل 6.0. فبasically when you go there, if you have a low level of English, لو level of English بتاعكم it's a bit low, by the end of the foundation year you will be able انك تجيبوا English level higher اللي you will be to progress للuniversity itself. Progress as in تخلص الفاونديشن تقدر تدخل الجامعة نفسها تدرس الميجر نفسه التخصص اللي عايزينه. Alright. Okay. We'll go مثلا من ناحية الأكاديميك requirements. ليه في حاجة اسمها foundation؟ Basically في students مثلا الستودنتس اللي داخلين ثانوية عامة أو داخلين مثلا IGs أو عملوا ال A-levels أو عاملين ال IB curriculum أو ال American curriculum. في مثلا requirements للuniversity itself in the UK. الجامعات بتحتاج specific requirements. you have to be able to reach those requirements علشان تدخل الجامعة. بس لو انت خلصت المدرسة and you don't have these requirements, you will need to take a foundation year. ده اسمه بقى الفاونديشن بتاعنا، احنا اسمه on campus foundation. فاون كامبس احنا ليه اسمنا اون كامبس؟ because السنتر بتاعنا موجود located في اليونيفرسيتي نفسها. from day one من اول يوم the student لو دخل الفاونديشن the student is treated as a university student itself, although it is separate on campus Sunderland و University of Sunderland. they're two separate هيئات مختلفة basically. however مشتغلين مع بعض انه احنا we help you reach the requirements بتاعت اليونيفرسيتي. ففي students مثلا ما اخدوش A level subjects او ما عملوش AS subjects، فلو هم مثلا دارسين البريتش curriculum مدرسة هناك في مصر the students would be able to talk about the students مثلا في الحتة دي if they haven't taken AS أو A levels واخدين بس O levels، فإحنا مثلا will come in and will be like you don't need to take your A levels, you don't need to take your AS. لو عايز تدخل University of Sunderland you will just have 1 year of foundation، بعد كده تدخل 3 years program. Now another important thing to keep in mind حاجة مهمة جدا إنه الماجوريتي بتاعت التخصصات في بريطانيا in the UK is 3 years program مش 4. يعني احنا عندنا في مصر البروجرامز بتبقى سواء بزنس بيبقى 4 سنين، لو داخل اعلام بتبقى 4 سنين، لو داخل انجينيرنج بتبقى 5 سنين مثلا، فارماسي بتبقى 5 سنين. In the UK it's different. In the UK الميجرز بتكون mostly 3 years. engineering هندسة 3 سنين. sciences زي biomedical science for example بتبقى 3 سنين. business 3 سنين. فالstudent if they don't have if they don't have the requirements بتاعت الجامعة نفسها directly بيعملوا foundation which will be total 4 سنين. فبتسافر من أول سنة تعمل الفاونديشن، بعد كده بكمل 3 سنين الجامعة، فبتبقى توتال البروجرام نفسه كله على بعض بيبقى 4 سنين. اوكي. in this case احنا اتكلمنا مثلا عن الستودنتس اللي واخدين اي جيز. بالنسبة للستودنتس اللي واخدين ثانوية عامة، دلوقتي في الثانوية العامة students مثلا بيكون عندهم جايبين grades let's say تحت ال 80%. تحت ال 80% you will need to do a foundation year. او مثلا حتى if you got above 80% برضه هتحتاج تعمل foundation year، لان معظم الجامعات في بريطانيا ما بتقبلش الثانويه عامه دايركت انتري، فلازم تعملوا foundation لو ثانويه عامه. this is بقى في الفاونديشن مش بس بيكون في ساندرلاند، احنا كاون كامبس عندنا كذا بارتنر في UK. we're partner مثلا مع University of Hull, we're partner مع University of Coventry University, University of Reading, and other old universities. مثلا زي Queen Mary we have foundation بيودي ل Queen Mary University of London, Goldsmith University of London. فعندنا كذا foundation في كذا حاجة، بس الفيديو ده specifically is for students who are interested in University of Sunderland. لو you're interested in any other universities مثلا from the ones that I mentioned, we have a lot more. You can go through them through BESA, مكتب تاع BESA هناك في مصر. They will help you to apply to these programs. Okay. بالنسبة مثلا للacademic requirements، لو هنتكلم على الأمريكان دبلومة. For American diploma, في students مثلا they طبعا in general we don't require SATs، لأن ال SATs بتبقى mainly for students they're traveling to the US, not to the UK. ال SATs طبعا it helps if you're going to the UK in specific universities, it's always a good option if you're taking them. فبالنسبة مثلا للأمريكان diploma, some universities require AP subjects, advanced placement subjects. فبالنسبة للفاونديشن we don't require APs, we just look at ال GPA نفسه كام. We can take from GPA 2. If you're below 2 we have to give some exemptions as in يعني مثلا هنديكوا exception مثلا لو ال English level is high. Let's say مثلا انتوا you have all the requirements that meet ال entry requirements بتاعت الجامعة directly، بس ال English level is below. English level من ناحية مثلا ال IELTS score is below the requirement بتاعت الجامعة نفسها. الجامعة نفسها would require 6.0 basically في IELTS if you're going to start the university directly. If you don't have this IELTS, then you will need to do a foundation. عشان كده that's where we come on campus. On campus we'd give you the foundation. هناخد من level 4.5. You can start the foundation من هناك, and then we will help you reach a 6.0. You will not need to do your IELTS again. You will just finish the foundation and then go to the university directly. Okay? احنا اتكلمنا عن undergraduate foundation, بس احنا we also have master's foundation. Okay? بالنسبة للتخصصات للماسترز اللي عندنا, we have تخصصات مثلا زي criminal law and procedure, human rights, education, journalism, marketing, communication, cybersecurity, human resource management, manufacturing, engineering. عندنا masters in these subjects as well. بالنسبة للماسترز, احنا الماسترز هيبقى عندنا اسمه masters preparation program, masters foundation program. sorry. الماسترز foundation السيستم بتاعه نفس السيستم بتاع الاندرجراduate foundation. بنحتاج lower level of IELTS. You take specific subjects في الماسترز foundation for 1 year. بعد كده بتدخل الجامعة أو بتدخلي الجامعة for the second year. Okay? Okay, so let's talk شوية about IELTS. صديق, أنا شايفة هنا comment منك كاتب if IELTS scores are mandatory. Yes, they are mandatory. You need to have IELTS ومش أي IELTS. في فرق. في IELTS اسمه IELTS academic أو IELTS general. ده بيكون IELTS completely different than اللي احنا محتاجينه in the UK. In the UK we need IELTS UKVI. UKVI is UK Visa and Immigration. الIELTS احنا بنحتاجه IELTS UKVI علشان تقدر تسافر بريطانيا for education in order to study in the UK for certain universities. طبعا الكلام ده مش ل all the universities. It depends on the university. بالنسبة لنا احنا on campus Sunderland we need IELTS UKVI, أو في حاجة جديدة دلوقتي طالعة كمان we are accepting اسمه Pearson Test of English UKVI اللي هو PTE. ف when you do the test in order for the university, قبل ما تختار ايه الامتحان بتاع الانجليش اللي هتعمله, سواء توفل سواء PTE سواء IELTS أو Duolingo, في كذا English test anyone can do. بس before you do the test you need to speak to the agent اللي هتسجل معانا الجامعة in order to tell you for which university you are interested in, what English requirement they will need. يعني مثلا if you're traveling to the US, مش هيقول لك you don't have to do IELTS UKVI, بس if you do IELTS UKVI they can accept it in certain universities. في universities هتقول لك لا عايزين بس توفل مش عايزين IELTS. فالامتحان بتاع الانجليش that you will take it will depend according to the university that you're going for. في جامعات تقول لك لا مش مشكله, انا معايا الانجليش ليفل بتاعك اللي انت درسته في المدرسه او في الجامعه لو انت داخل ماسترز, هيقول لك اوكي الانجليش ليفل بتاعك ده is fine, I don't need any English test. ف it depends on the university that you're going to whether which IELTS or which English test you will be taking basically. Okay? Alright, so حاجة تانية برضه to discuss about بالنسبة لل University of Sunderland أو on campus Sunderland. طبعا we provide accommodation سكن للطلاب for the students in the university itself, in the campus بتاع الجامعة. So مثلا الكامبس بتاع الجامعة بيكون كذا مجمع كذا building. عندك البيلدينج بتاع business, you have the building of life science, عندك البيلدينج بتاع humanities and social sciences. Within all these buildings بتبقى حواليها الاكوموديشن. في accommodation بيكون بعيد عن الجامعة, في accommodation بيكون في الجامعة. الستودنت accommodation بيكون طبعا again through us if you're applying مع مثلا on campus Sunderland. We'll help you book your accommodation. accommodation options بتكون مثلا سواء single studio, shared studio, single room, shared room, according to what you prefer we will provide. Okay? بس طبعا بيبقى مثلا if students are applying late الاوبشنز بتاعت accommodation that is available بيكون اقل, ف you have to put that in mind. accommodation في Sunderland الcosts بتاعته, just to talk about Sunderland a little bit. Sunderland is considered one of the least places to live in the UK for spending money basically. It's a bit cheap يعني not مش cheap بس like it's cheaper to live in Sunderland. The cost of living هناك is cheaper مثلا than if we say in London. Okay, so لو مثلا هنقول ال accommodation بتاع لندن هيكون ب 9000 استرليني British pound per year. ال accommodation في ساندرلاند هيكون 3000 استرليني 3000 pounds to live in an accommodation in Sunderland for a year. فال cost of living هناك is lower than most places in the UK. حتى مثلا if you're buying daily expenses أو daily groceries الحاجات دي كلها بتبقى lesser في ال pricing. فال accommodation that we're offering at Sunderland البرايس بتاعه بيكون في حدود ال 3000 pounds per year which is 3000 استرليني في السنة. alright. نتكلم شوية عن ال costs بتاعت ال foundation وال cost بتاع ال university itself. ال foundation cost شوية أغلى من ال university itself. ال foundation مثلا if you're taking business أو humanities أو social sciences الحاجات basically اللي ما فيهاش lab. ال cost هيكون مثلا for 3 terms اللي هم ال 3 terms دي بتكون من September until June. ال cost في الحتة دي هيكون about 13485 13000 let's say 13,500 British pound 13500 استرليني. لو هتدرسوا مثلا حاجة فيها labs زي engineering أو sciences دي بتكون أزيد ب1000 so 1000 pounds extra so that would be 14500 14,500 pounds. Discounts are available for students with high grades a high English level. We are happy to offer discounts okay on the foundation year. After the foundation year البروجرام نفسه هناك في ساندرلاند عاملين University of Sunderland عاملين حاجة اسمها International Student Discount. So after the discount that they're offering for international students, so if you're coming from Egypt, you are considered as an international student. The price of the education نفسه هيكون 9,500 British pound. فاحنا بنقول الفاونديشن هيكون مثلا 13500 for the first year. Second year, third year and fourth year اللي هم اليرز نفسها بتاعت البروجرام نفسه في الميجر هيكون كل سنة 9500 استرليني per year. Okay. Now let's say 9500 زائد 3000 that's your accommodation and your program fees, education fees. Okay. Another thing مثلا that we can talk about is living in Sunderland. Basically, activities in Sunderland and University of Sunderland. University of Sunderland had student unions that are there in Sunderland. في كذا clubs مش night club. No, I meant clubs as in being part of a club in the university itself, being in a sports club مثلا taking part in any sports activity, football, basketball, volleyball, or even swimming. And like they have a lot of activities basically. I've had a student once that asked me whether they offer jiu-jitsu, and yes, they do offer jiu-jitsu. So if you have a lot of friends in common that are interested in one specific program مثلا, that you can all take part of it and create your own club. You can be part of the student union of the university. There's a lot of other activities في الجامعة apart just from studying. So of course education is the main priority for you, but you also need the student life and student experience. For that student experience, you will be able to do that through all of these programs that are offered there. Okay. I'm going to start taking questions from now. I've received a few questions. But actually, before we take a few questions, I just want to highlight something important. إحنا دلوقتي علشان ال COVID-19 crisis that's happening دلوقتي around the world. في students كتير بتسأل at the moment education in the UK in September هتكون عاملة ازاي. دلوقتي طبعا again it's different from a university to a university, بس في حاجة in common. Everyone, all the universities, احنا for example, what we are currently offering is, if you want to start your education online for the first term اللي هو من September to December, you can start your first term online. تسجلوا وانتوا قاعدين في البيت هناك في مصر مثلا. Start your education online. Your first term will be online, and then from January you will start face to face. You will have to travel to the UK and then attend classes face to face. If you don't want to start online, احنا يعني we extended the start date شوية بتاع face to face in September. فبدل ما هيبدأ في سبتمبر هيبدأ في نوفمبر. فلو مثلا مش حابين الاوبشن بتاع online ده at all, you can start in November face to face and then continue your second term and third term, and your entire program will be face to face. There will not be any online classes. فاحنا we're offering both options. بس for the time, يعني for now, لو انتوا you still did not decide whether you're going to study online or face to face, my advice is continue your application process. Or once you open your application, or if you've already opened your application, continue your application process as if كأنكم هتبدأوا face to face. ليه؟ لأنه face to face will require more requirements, more documents علشان الفيزا procedure. بس مثلا if you decided دلوقتي إن أنتوا you want to study online, بعد كده جيتوا في August مثلا أو end of August أو beginning of September, you decided إنه والله لا I want to start on face to face. At that point هتبقى الوقت متأخر شوية إنه to start الفيزا procedure. You will have to wait for January to come face to face. بس if you started دلوقتي procedure as if you're coming face to face, البروسيس بتاع الابليكيشن بتاعكم it will be the same, the normal as every year before the coronavirus appeared. So it will be easier. And then مثلا by August, if you said honestly I don't think it's safe right now to travel and study face to face, خلاص I want to do online, ساعتها you can change and study online from September. بس الكلام ده it has to be before the program starts in September. احنا usually the foundation at on campus Sunderland it starts end of September, يعني في آخر 10 أيام في September it usually starts. So you have time. بس my advice, if you don't have an application open yet, please start opening your application لأن البروسيس بيبقى طويل شوية. بيبقى فيه a lot of documents that you need to take. You need to book your English exam. You need to start preparing for your visa process. You need to start booking your accommodation. وفي كذا حاجة في النص you have to do as well. My advice is basically to start. Okay. Now that we have that out of the way, we can start taking questions. Sadiq, I'm coming back again for you in your question here. Okay. Sadiq, you have already a bachelor's in social change communication, and you are interested in pursuing a master's degree. So now for you that you're interested in master's degree, you will need to first check with BESA. If you are interested, for example, for University of Sunderland, let's say. If you want to do for University of Sunderland, you will need to check first if your English and your academic requirements meet the university entry requirements or not. If they do not meet the entry requirements and you are not able to get an offer letter, then you will need to do a pre-master's program, which is the Master's Foundation program. You can do the Master's Foundation program in the university itself, and then you will progress to the master's degree of your choice. We have another question here. If master's in law, we do offer masters in law, but it's not just masters in law. We offer the program is basically just called LLM, which is Masters of Law in Latin, Criminal Law and Procedure, and we offer LLM in Human Rights. Okay, so that's for students who are interested in Masters of Law. That's what's offered here at on campus Sunderland. Sadiq, you had another question that yes, all of your studies were in English. We understand your English level could be high and everything. However, the requirements is not because of it's just the academic. Why we require IELTS UKVI is basically for us to issue you the visa invitation. It's not because we doubt your English level. So it's for the visa process. That's why you will need to do IELTS UKVI. The visa that we will offer is for student visa, basically. And for student visa, you will need to have the IELTS UKVI. What about Manchester? So for Manchester, University of Manchester, they have their own foundation program. If you would, for example, with our agent here, BESA, they can help you with your program, ASA. Interior design. Okay, Lydia, let me just check for you here for a second. No, we do not offer interior design at on-campus Sunderland, but we do offer it on campus Coventry, which is Coventry University, which is located about an hour away. You can also contact BESA's office for that, and they can help you with basically with the application process for your interior design masters. And again, if you do not meet the requirements of the masters, you can always do a pre-master's program. It could be 1 term or 2 term or 3 term according to your English level and according to your bachelor's degree. Okay, I'm just receiving a few messages, a few questions here. Just give me a second. Okay. Okay, so we have another question. How many years for business in your university? So if you're talking about undergraduate business degree, in the University of Sunderland, it's total of 3 years. If you do not meet the entry requirement of the university, you can take a foundation program and it will be total of 4 years. You're welcome, Lydia. Okay, Ayana, we do have opportunity for work, but basically when you're on a student visa, the first year of the foundation, you will not be allowed to work. However, from the progression itself, from the second year and the second and third and fourth year, you will be allowed certain hours per week to work. So yes, you will be able to work, but not from the foundation year. Only from the university year, and that is because of the visa that is offered. Ahmed, we have a question. Do you have mechanical engineering? Yes, we do offer mechanical engineering at University of Sunderland, and we have on campus Sunderland Foundation in order to progress to mechanical engineering at University of Sunderland. Hazem, you asked what should you do to apply. In order to apply, so we are basically partners with BESA, and BESA here is British Educational Services. It's an office in Egypt. The page that you're on right now, you can just basically message them, direct message the agent. They have a lot of different universities as well with them, where you can basically just tell them what you want to study. And what are your achievements, basically, whether it's in high school or it's in your bachelor's, and what is your English level, and what's, for example, the cost. If you have specific costs in your head that you cannot go above, if this is basically your budget for the year, they'll help you find the perfect university according to your preference. They can give you several options to choose from. Obviously, one of them could be University of Sunderland. Islam, you've asked if Egyptian students can get internships during studies. Yes, you do get internships. So basically, there's an internship office. According to the program that you're studying, there will be an internship office in the university itself, where you can go to them and ask them like your preferred options to do an internship, and you will be able to do an internship accordingly. And it's not only for Egyptian students, it's basically for all students, for international students, basically. Ayana, you've asked about the category for visa. So basically, while you're doing your application, there is something called immigration check form. In the immigration check form, we have you check out certain details, and according to that, we'll tell you if we will be able to help you get your visa or no. If you met all the requirements over there, we can help you get the visa for student. Student visa is not hard to get. It's easy to get. It's easier basically because you are going there for education. But of course, you have to have certain, for example, like one of the things we usually look at is the current bank account. How much money do you hold? In order, will it be enough for you to pay the university fees and meet the living cost requirements for the year? If you meet that requirement, we would issue you the invitation for you to go and apply to the visa. Your agent, BESA, will be able to help you very much with that, and they'll be able to guide you basically throughout it all. Ahmed Omar, unfortunately, no. For on campus, we do not. But yes, if you want to work, if you are looking for a PhD program, please do check with BESA. They will help you with, basically, they will tell you, because there are certain universities that do have PhD programs, not all universities do. Okay? Muhammad Ali, you've asked how much would you need to pay for the total of 4 years? So basically, the first year foundation, the price is different from the progression degree itself at the university. So for the first year, you will need about, let's say, the average of 14,000 for the education fees and about 3,000 for the accommodation. And then add up maybe another 3,000 pounds for living costs. That would be for your first year. And then for the second year, third year, and fourth year, the price is 9,500 pounds and 3,000 for the accommodation, and add up again another 3,000 for living costs per year, I'm talking. So, which is the 9 months academic year. And according to that, you'll be able to do the calculation on total how much basically it would be. You can check also on the University of Sunderland webpage. They have the fees that are located that you will need to pay. They have the exact fees for every program, which basically almost all programs are the same fees. Okay. So for the studies for September, as I discussed earlier, we have another question from Mohamed Hisham, which is whether the study will be at the university or online. If for September start, we're offering both options for the fall intake. We're offering both options. First option, if you want to start your studies online, you can start it in September. If you want to start your studies face-to-face, you will start it in November, but it will be the same program. You will eventually finish at the same time in order to start your second year, which is your first year at the university itself, not the foundation. So we're offering both options. So you choose what you want to do for the first term. If the first term you want to take it online, we are happy for that. We have the program already ready for you to start online for the first term. And then the second term, which will start in January, you will come face-to-face. So the program is not fully online. Only the first term will be offered online. Obviously, things may change if the situation with the virus is still bad or gets worse. Sorry. I hope that answers your question. Omar, yes, so we are offering accommodation scholarship for students who are applying for the September intake. So this scholarship, we have very limited places. Accommodation scholarships means that we are going to offer very few students free accommodation for the first year of their foundation. So you will only pay the foundation fees. You will not pay accommodation. We will offer you free accommodation. In order to achieve that or get the accommodation scholarship, you need to apply obviously with BESA, with the office in Egypt of BESA, and tell them that you're interested in the accommodation scholarship for University of Sunderland, for on-campus Sunderland. And basically it's first come, first served basis. So if you want to achieve that scholarship, you need to do it very quickly because we only have very, very few limited spaces. So if you're interested in it, please go ahead with it. If you want to apply, open an application with BESA to on-campus Sunderland. Check the requirements if this is what you're interested in. Check the conditions. Check everything on the offer letter. If you're ready, you pay the deposit, and basically you just inform BESA that you want it. Before you pay your deposit to confirm it, we will make sure that this place is yours. If we run out of places, we will inform you before you pay the deposit. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, Hadi, you've asked about MBA and its requirements. Okay, so for MBA, the university requirements itself, you will need to change because sometimes the requirements change, especially at this time. Most universities have lowered their entry requirements, so that's a good thing, I would say. So you will need to check if you meet the entry requirements of the masters at the university itself to do your MBA. If not, we will be offering you pre-masters for the MBA. For the pre-masters, we usually look at your GPA and your English level. And because we are basically masters with the pre-masters programs and foundation providers, so our English level requirements is a bit lower than the university. So we would take, for example, for IELTS UKVI, we would be taking from 4.5 overall score for masters and for undergraduate. The university itself might ask you for 5.5 or 6. And then they will also check your GPA. And also, why you might need pre-masters is if, let's say, for example, you've studied bachelor's in engineering and you've decided you want to take MBA. You don't have a business background, but you want to take a master's in business. So you will need to do pre-masters, even if your GPA is high and your English level is high. The same goes for the opposite. If you've taken, for example, a business degree and you want to take a master's in law, or if you've taken a law degree and you want to take masters in business or something like that, if your bachelor's education is not the same as your master's education, even if your grades are high, you will still need pre-masters. Okay? I hope that answers your question. Okay. Susu, is that only for Egyptian or for all citizens? On-campus Sunderland is not only for Egyptians, it's for everyone. We are international education provider. We have students coming from all over the world. So you don't have to be Egyptian in order to enroll in the university or the foundation program. Okay, this is not just for Egyptian. It's just because our main market at the moment is Egypt, but that's not an issue. If you come from a different country, you're more than welcome to obviously apply. We would be happy to have you. Okay, I'm a graduate in social science, degree, development and environment management. I want to apply a master's program in business, and can I get a chance in my choice course? Yes, Susu, you've also asked about your degree in development and environmental management, and you want to do masters in business. Yes, you can do masters in business. You will need to do pre-masters for us. So for example, regarding University of Sunderland, on-campus Sunderland, you will do your pre-masters at on-campus Sunderland. You will meet the requirements. Basically, we'll ask you for an English requirement and your GPA, and you will study a year, which is an academic year starting September to June or end of May. You finish your pre-master's program, and then you start your master's degree in business or MBA at the University of Sunderland. the education at on-campus Sunderland is in University of Sunderland itself. Ghada, you asked that you are studying language and translation. Opportunity for that now? Yes, there are, but can you just be, you want to do masters in languages. Masters in languages or linguistics is not offered at University of Sunderland. We don't have it as a foundation for pre-master's progression to University of Sunderland. So my advice to you would to contact our agent BESA. You can go on the page itself and just DM them, direct message them, and just tell them that you want this program. They'll tell you exactly which universities that they're partnered up with that offers it, and how you can apply with it, and they'll give you several options in order to apply for masters in languages. Iman, you asked about LLM in USA. So right now we're covering the UK. There should be issues for masters in there should be offerings of masters in law in the USA. Again, do check with BESA. They do have partners in the USA, and they can help you get a program to apply for it. That shouldn't be an issue at all. Ayana, you've said that you are in your second year English department and about to get your IELTS exam. If you're applying for University of Sunderland, you will need to make sure that the IELTS exam that you're taking is IELTS UKVI, which is UK Visa and Immigration. There are several types of IELTS. There's IELTS Academics, IELTS General. Those are the general ones. There is IELTS UKVI Academic and General. So you need to make sure the one that you're taking is IELTS UKVI in order for us to be able to issue you the invitation letter to apply for your visa. All right. Please, yes, I'm still here if you have any other questions. Abdul Fahad, you asked about the MBA costs. Okay, so for the MBA, for the Masters of Business and Administration, for the first year, for the pre-masters, the cost would be about 13,485 pounds education fees. The university fees itself is a bit lower. So for masters, it will be around 11,000 pounds, 10,500 pounds for the master's degree at the University of Sunderland. You can also check that on the University of Sunderland website page. I hope that answers your question. Yeah. And please just make sure, you're most welcome, Ayana. Please also just make sure that if you're going to apply for September, and you're not sure whether you still want to do online or face-to-face, start your procedure, your process, your application process as if you're going face-to-face. And once it's time for you to travel, decide whether it's okay to travel or not. If not, you can take it online or you can defer to the next intake. Okay, Ali, we don't offer distance learning. However, our first term will be online, but we are not an online provider. We are face-to-face provider. We are only doing online provider because of the travel restrictions at the moment all over the world. So that's why we are offering online only for the first term. However, students that are applying for online for the first term, they will still need to eventually arrive to the UK and complete their education face-to-face. However, one point, it depends on the situation at that point in time. If the travel restrictions are okay, if the virus situation is better, not worse, then we would decide if our second term would be face-to-face or online. But for now, the decision is that it's going to be face-to-face. For the work permit visa, that's a different situation. What we are doing right now is education visa, student visa. Student visa is basically for students who are interested in applying for universities abroad, whether they want to study bachelor's degree or a master's degree. During those years of education, students are allowed to work, but certain hours of certain hours per week you will be allowed to work because you are under a student visa. For work visa, it's completely different procedure. You will need to check with a travel agency for that. Rami, you've asked a very good question. If we offer international year one, yes, we do offer international year one. Basically, international year one is different from undergraduate foundation program. So let me just explain it real quick. We offer undergraduate foundation program and international year one. Students that meet the university entry requirements directly get to go to the university directly and finish their education in 3 years. Students that do not meet the entry requirements have two options. They either take an undergraduate foundation program, which will result in them studying in 4 years, unless if they are in between, if the requirements that they have is higher than the undergraduate foundation, but it's a little bit lower than the entry requirements of the university itself, we have a program called International Year One, which is basically instead of studying 4 years, you will take International Year One, you will study your foundation as well as your first year degree in the first year. So you will finish basically 3 years. We offer International Year One in business subjects only at the University of Sunderland. So only specific subjects we offer for International Year One. The subjects are accounting and finance, business financial management, business human resource management, business management, business and marketing management. So these are the 5 subjects that we have International Year One for University of Sunderland. Okay? Our BESA team have basically put down here at the chat their link. You can just open the link, type the questions that you have, type your contact details. They'll get in contact with you right away, and they will help you basically with your application process and with your entry requirements and everything you need in order to apply for on-campus Sunderland or any of our on-campus university partners. So we have medicine in UCLan as well. We have subjects in Coventry, we have subjects in Hull, we have subjects in Reading, we have progressions to Queen Mary University of London, Goldsmith, and other partner universities as well that you could be interested in. If you want to start your application process, you can go ahead and contact our office in Egypt, our partner office in Egypt, BESA, and they'll be able to help you with your application process right away. And please, if you're interested, please start your application process right away because it's already late. Students have been doing their application process in September 2019 because it takes some time to meet certain requirements, and you don't want to put everything at the end. You don't want to be delayed when you start your program. We have another question here. I'm graduate from Faculty of Arts Department, Liberty and Information Sciences. So did you have any recommendations for next step and how much it would cost? Okay, so you're looking, Tawheed, you're looking for a master's program as you've already finished your bachelor's in Liberty and Information Science. Now you need to know that we offer a majority of master's programs. We offer a lot of different programs. So it will depend on which program you want and how much it would cost according to which university you will go to. So you will need to check that again with the agent, with BESA, and they will guide you exactly on which program you want. They will filter out all the programs that you're interested in, whether you're interested, for example, in a business major master's, or like in a science major master's, or humanities, social sciences, anything. We offer a majority. They're countless, basically. I can't even think about it right now because of how many they are. It also goes for the same for undergraduate programs. So you just need to basically see the options that are available for you, and each option would have a different price, and each option will be in a different university. So you will need to check on that. Abla Nader, you've asked when the universities are reopening. So currently, all our students that went in September 2019, they're currently doing their education online. The universities did not close. However, for September, most universities are going with two options for students. So for example, instead of just going online or just going face-to-face, the universities are issuing the students two options. In our case, we're issuing the students two options, which is you can either start your program for the first term only online, or you can start in the second term. You can start for the first term online will be first term online, and then you start face-to-face in January, or you can do face-to-face starting November, which is still the fall intake. So basically we just postponed the date a little bit for things to get a little bit quieter. You can start face-to-face in November, finish your first term, and then you continue your second term face-to-face, and you still manage to finish before the last date, basically. You will still have time to progress to the university. So yes, everyone is probably doing the same. It differs from university to university, whether you're starting face-to-face only, or doing online only, or offering both options. In our case, we're offering both options, online and face-to-face. It depends what you want. It depends how safe you think it is. It depends also on what the country that you are currently in, the traveling procedures. So basically, let's say, for example, if you're residing in Egypt, and Egypt says no flights to the UK, you cannot decide to start face-to-face right away. You will have to do online. So it depends on the government in your country, how the airport and the flights, the travel restrictions are, basically. Ayana, yes, your sister has finished the BA degree and she wants master's. Again, just as I said, it will depend on which university she's applying for. So she will need to check if the things that she has, the English and the academic GPA that she has, if it meets the direct entry requirements, she can go to the university and do her master's directly. If it doesn't, she will need to do a pre-master's program, and according to which degree she's interested in, she can study on that accordingly. Guys, we have 2 minutes left, so I'll have to just go over the most important things at the moment to just cover up everything. For students, you will need to check whether you meet the direct entry requirements of the university. If not, then you will be able to do a foundation or pre-masters in the university campus itself. That's why we're called on campus, okay? We are partnered up with our agent in Egypt, BESA. They can help you even if you're not living in Egypt, they still can help you. You can contact them online, since mostly everything is online right now. You can open your application. My advice would be right away for the accommodation scholarship. If you're interested in it, please make sure to apply as soon as possible, because we only have very, very, very few places left for it, and it's first come, first served basis. So if you do contact BESA and you tell them, I want the accommodation scholarship at on-campus Sunderland, at University of Sunderland, what do I need to do? You go, apply directly, everything, and should be fine. All right, and again, one last time, we're doing our fall intake online and face-to-face. It depends how you want it, okay? Not us. We're offering it both anyways. All right? This is it for today, and I hope I helped with answering all of your questions, and please, let's stay in contact, and good luck in your education for September and the fall intake. Have a good day. Bye-bye.